In today's video, I am giving you the 3 beginner dispute letter mistakes that you need to avoid. We're going to start this thing off with our first mistake and a hard truth. When the bureaus violate the law, they're not going to delete the account just because you said so, right? Why are these laws in place to begin with? It is because of the abuse of the industry, right? This means that they violate and do the wrong thing all the time. And so they had to create these rules and regulations because of it. So just because there's a law that says that they shouldn't do something or can't do something or have to do something, it doesn't mean that they're going to follow it, right? So here's the thing. That's a 10-year-old tactic. Expecting that all of these negative items are going to be removed just because there's not a response is something that worked 10 years ago prior to automation, right? And yet on Facebook and on Twitter and on Google and even on the TV, seriously, I am seeing that these companies and these people and organizations are banking their entire process based on a no response, right? Just 4 ads this week using this as their number one sales gimmick. It doesn't work like that. What they're not telling you is there's a whole nother part of this. What do you do when the bureaus don't respond and when they don't delete the accounts, right? Because this is a process. If it only takes 30 days, then why are there 4 letters in their process and 10 steps? That doesn't really compute. The thing is that they're banking on your desperation, right? It only costs $20 for this set of 4 letters, and it's going to guarantee your freedom. That's literally what the ad said that I read. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I can't believe this ad even got approved. Like, oh my God, seriously? Okay, so why would the bureaus make it so simple for you? That's the missing element here. What do you do when it doesn't work? Now, number 2, the hard truth and the mistake is you should not make any online or phone disputes. And I speak with so many people that say, oh my God, I did it and then I saw your video. Can you still help me? Now, that really all depends on the situation, obviously, but the problem here is with the process, right? Because online disputes go directly into Oscar. You are handing them the whole automation and you're like, hey, here you are. I'm going to make this super simple for you. In addition, you're giving up your rights under sections 611 and 623. They don't have to notify you of results. They don't have to forward documentation to the creditor, right? You can't sue them when it doesn't come back in your favor. And you agreed that you're okay with this. So you actually have a much higher probability of temporary deletions, meaning it only stays off for like 30 or 60 days, and of reinsertion of deleted accounts, meaning they get put back on, which makes it even harder to remove later, right? So you need to take these things into consideration and say, well, okay, what is the right way to dispute? Because there is a right way. You have to understand that every single account that's deleted, every single account that's added, every single account that's reinserted directly impacts your financial future, right? So here's number 3. Falling victim to easy processes. Sales gimmicks with templates, okay? Now, if you know me, you know that I have been telling you for years now, literally years, 5.5 years, don't use templates, okay? And here I am in another video telling you that that is another mistake that millions of consumers make, is sending out templates because either they don't know any better or they're falling victim to companies telling them things like, oh, there's an underground process and tactics used by veterans. That's another ad that I saw last week, actually. 30-day miracle letter. If they don't send your signed contract, they have to delete the account. Yeah, well, back to human desperation. Okay, so Tell me what contract it was that you signed when you applied to Capital One online for the credit card. Oh, you mean there wasn't a contract that you signed? Oh, you didn't sign anything at all? You just typed your name? There is no contract, and you are asking for something that doesn't exist, and you're using a law that has nothing to do with requesting a contract. So that's really the most important thing here, is understanding the process and utilizing the right thing. You see, now my question for you is, if all it takes is one letter in 30 days, then why are there multiple letters and even more steps in letters? And why don't the 68 million consumers with bad credit send this one guaranteed letter? It's because it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that, and you need to dispute with, number one, the right letters, number two, the right process, number three, the right method, number four, the right intent, and you need to avoid these mistakes to win, okay? So, one of the things that I like to say is to dispute with the end in mind, right? So we're not just trying to get a couple things deleted. We're not just trying to raise our score. We are trying to get to whatever that credit line is at the end for you, whether that be a mortgage, whether that be, higher limit credit cards, whatever it is, right? A lot of the people that I speak with can't even get approved for like a $200 unsecured card, let alone their $500,000 mortgage that they're trying to go to, okay? So we need to keep that final destination in mind for our credit to be able to make the proper preparations to get there. Okay, so the first thing is not believing things that just don't sound like they could possibly exist, right? If it sounds too good to be true, that's probably because it is. And like I said, there's a ton of resources down in the description to help you actually do this the right way, using factual-based disputes so that you can avoid these mistakes, because you're going to be doing it the right way. And the right way is going to lead you to those results. All right, so if you need additional help, use that link to access the do-it-yourself stuff, and you can also check out the link to schedule a call with me to see if I can do this for you. Now, as simple as these mistakes sound, there's millions of consumers that are making them, so I hope that you take the time to plan out the proper process for yourself, and that's it. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you tomorrow.